Well, 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 will you look who it is? It's me, NJ Sullivan. Hello, how are you? I'm recording this one even earlier than I recorded yesterday's. Today is Thursday for me, by the way. Interesting. I have no work for tomorrow. I managed to get that far ahead, and I didn't even work a full day today because I picked a friend up from the airport this morning. So I didn't start work until like noon, and I was done by 2. That's how far ahead I managed to get this week. And that's crazy to me. That's just absolutely like, I didn't think that was a thing. And it made me start thinking about something that I honestly have a little bit of an issue with within the writing community. And amongst writers, I should say, within the writing community. Makes it sound like there actually is a writing community. But I have an issue with the concept of inspiration and people referring to their muse. And it's been hard for me to put into words why that bothers me. And I figured it out today when I was thinking about what I accomplished this week, which is quite a bit, especially by my standards. I came up with 50 new story ideas. 50, that's 50 new story ideas. In 12 hours. 3 hours a day, 4 days a week. 4 days out of the week. And that's crazy to me. And I was thinking about it. And I was thinking about why I was able to do that. And I was able to do that because I scheduled time to do that. I didn't wait for inspiration to hit and grab a notebook. I sat down and did it. And I relied on years of practice and training to come up with new ideas. And they came. The reason I don't like the idea of a muse or the concept of inspiration, beyond the fact that it's used, I'll get to that in a minute. It takes away the creator's agency and puts it into the hands of some nebulous ether thing, spirit, what have you. You're denying your own hard work. Now, you can not feel in the mood to write. You can be tired. You can be worn out. You can be not psychologically equipped at the moment or have, have what Celosia Crane refers to as the emotional bandwidth to write. That has nothing to do with inspiration. That has everything to do with psychology. And that's fine. That's not what I'm talking about. We as writers work very hard over many years to learn to connect dots, to learn to draw lines between things that other people don't see lines. They don't see the possibility. And we should take credit for that work, that effort we put in. And when you say, I had a shot of inspiration, or my muse spoke to me and gave me this idea, you're denying all the effort that you put in over years of practice, years of reading and learning to think like a writer, learning to think like a storyteller and a story creator to get you there. Because it is years. I will always say that anyone can learn to create and tell a good story. It's absolutely true. But it takes a lot of time and a lot of training to get there. And a lot of it's subconscious training. You don't even know you're doing it. A lot of the training we do by reading. And then we focus our eye by writing incessantly. Story after story after story after story. And learning new skills and learning to use new tools. And all of that stuff. We put in that effort, and it doesn't seem like work because it's something we love to do. But it is work. It is training. And saying that your muse gave you the idea denies all of the work you put in. And I don't think that's right. I think we should take credit for every bit of hard work and graft we put in to be able to do what we do. And there's another aspect to why I don't like it. Why I don't like people using inspiration or the idea of a muse is it's quite often used to make what we do seem mysterious, seem like magic. And it's not. It's a craft. It's a set of skills. I mean, that's all it is. It's a set of skills. It's a set of skills and a thinking paradigm that we use to be able to do what we can do. Now, because it is a complex set of tools, you ask 100 writers, you give 100 writers a prompt, you'll get 100 different stories out of it. Because we all use those skills differently. We all have different levels of each skill, and we all have different ways in and ways out of things. And the same applies to musicians or anyone in a creative field. We all have different ways of doing things. But the idea that it's some kind of mysterious woo-woo, is bull. It's work. And we put in the work. And people love to make themselves look special by claiming that they have a muse or they got a shot of inspiration. Well, you're special if you wrote the book. You're special because you're an individual human on this planet. Don't make our craft seem like something unattainable. It is entirely attainable. 19th century poets didn't think like that. They thought about using the skills that they've honed. Puffy shirts and quill pens or not. It wasn't about the muse. Even though they spoke in those terms because of classical revival. That's why. Because there was a Greek and Roman revival going on in the 18th and 19th century. That's the only reason. They learned how to do what they did, and they did it well. And they used the terminology because it was understood that they were using it for artistic flair, and they didn't mean it literally. I want every writer to take credit for the work they've done and the time and effort they put in. And claiming that it was inspiration or a muse or any of those things, you're taking the credit out of your own hands. And not only that, you're also taking the credit out of every other author's hands. Because You're perpetuating a myth about what we do when you do that. And I'm not big on perpetuating myths. What we do is a craft. It's a set of very complex skills, but it's just a set of skills. Even the way of thinking, even the psychological paradigm is just a skill. I've been talking about this for 10 minutes, but it does bother me. I'm very proud of the work I've gotten done this week. I can start tomorrow on the next phase, which is huge. It puts me 3 days ahead of where I scheduled myself to be. I don't expect the next phase to go as fast as this one did. But I'll tell you what, I won't be relying on inspiration to get me there, or a muse. I'll be doing it myself with the skills I've learned through years of practice and training. Well, that's all for today. It's Thursday for me. There won't be a new one on Saturday, so Fridays I guess will go up Monday. I'm still figuring it out. Yeah, I think Fridays will go up Monday. That makes sense. Anyway, so Fridays will go up Monday, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And write something, because you got to practice to get good at it, right? Can't wait for inspiration. That's all from me. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, NJ Sullivan here. Don't forget to click the Linktree link in the description below where you can get access to all of our podcasts, our merch store, and our Patreon. And if you decide to become a patron, you get early access to all of our podcasts, an exclusive live stream, and tons of other really cool stuff. Thanks for watching.